What is the meaning of liberation? Living without mind or purpose. No life after death. After enlightenment liberation, what kind of changing or powers of knowing of the things of people or world does he acquires supernatural powers like mystical saints? So all mystical things will happen only to the yogis. If you want to have some mystical powers, mystical vision, you have to practice something. But it has nothing to do with the liberation and the enlightenment. But the enlightenment is a simple thing. Liberation is a natural thing. But you have to work for the enlightenment and the liberation will be there. But whenever you have the powers, then only you will have the limitation of the power. So for example, I have he is a doctor. He has the power to know something mystical. One day when I visited a place, then some person told that somebody has died some 2 weeks ago. And because he is a known person, the person has died in a bike accident some 2 weeks ago. And the doctors beside me, he has some mystical powers. He told that the person who has died in bike accident has got a new birth, and he has some 3 days back he has got a new birth. So after telling like this, he got some tears from his eyes, and he cannot stop the tears from the eyes for several days. So what happened to him? That is a secret. There may be some mystical secret may be there. It is not, we cannot reveal the secret. By revealing the secret, the nature has punished him like this. So he himself is a doctor. He cannot stop his tears for several days. So in this way, whatever may be the powers, you cannot use it. So it is a limited powers. So in my area, there is a person. He has the power to create anything. If you want to give some laddu, he will create some laddu and he will give it to you. If you want some sweet, you can create and give it to you. It will be real. There is no false. But after creating all those things, he will simply ask anybody, I am very appetite, please bring something in the hotel and for my appetite. Why can't he create for his meal? He cannot do. So everything is limited. So what is the use of such kind of mystical power? It will be a great nuisance. And in my area, one person is claiming that he can cure any disease through his mystical power. And many persons brought his deceased person, dead person, and some illness person, and threatened the person, you please either you clear that illness, or I will kill you. So in this way, they threaten the mystical person. So he has to escape. So the mystical person, that is the reason for all the siddhas. They are seeking their abode in the forest. They cannot enter into the market or into the street. They will be tortured. They may have power. If they use the power, they will face some many problems. So everything is restricted. So it is a waste of energy. So, but at the same time, before getting something, it may look very great. But when you attain something, it is useless. You can find it is very useless. So that is not necessary. But the only thing, the enlightenment, liberation alone will be the greatest thing. Our scriptures simply says the greatness of the enlightenment, liberation. But all the scriptures condemn and criticize the mystical powers. They do not encourage the mystical powers. So it is waste of energy. It is only for the beginners. For the beginners, because otherwise they may be fascinated with the worldly things and struggle with the worldly problems. So to have some deviation from the unnecessary struggle with the world, to have a different way of life, they introduce the mystical world, the mystical powers. So it is only the introduction. But we should not be trapped by the mystical world. So we have to be cautious. So for the beginners it is okay. But afterwards you have to be interested only upon the enlightenment liberation. That is for all. But the enlightenment liberation is not against the worldly things. You can be in the external world, you may be wealthy, you may do whatever the necessary things with all the powers, all the knowledge as naturally you have got. But don't expect the mystical powers. But at the same time, psychologically you must be free from everything. Psychologically we must be free from everything. That is the main thing. The psychological freedom is only related to the enlightenment liberation.